we live?
Yeah.
Are we live? We're live. We're live. We're live. Okay, well, this would officially make it the Christmas episode because we're obviously not going to be around for the actual date because of, family obligations as with everybody else. But I wore my Christmas gear. You know what I mean? Look at that. I'll be back. Got my snowman with the I'll be back because, of course, everybody melts a little bit during the winter time.
Well, I ain't got no Christmas gear, but I got,
Oh, man. See, that's how you end up getting
I got
no
my
presents.
rooftop Koreans tee on. Shout out Black Rifle Division. They got some fire tees. Check them out.
Rooftop
This ain't a sponsorship. I just think their shit's fire. That's
Wait,
all.
what kind of rooftop Koreans are those?
These are the 92 Riot rooftop Koreans.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because you got to specify. There's all kinds of rooftop
feel
Koreans
me?
from different eras and all that stuff. So
Like, you feel me?
you got to be careful. You got to be
Yeah, you feel me?
you got to be specific. You got to be You got to be specific. Yeah, but we got
that shit was coming.
we got a 2-cam setup now, people. But in light of the it being a Christmas episode and shit just getting lit up for Christmas, we're definitely gonna spark up 2 Christmas joints that we got.
Oh, okay. Somebody popping off some crazy fireworks already.
Either fireworks are popping off, or the studio just blew.
Or WW3 is starting.
But anyways, these joints are for Christmas right here. We're about to start. Here we go. Here's a smoking like barbecue, baby. Here we go.
Looking like barbecue.
Woo. So what you been up to since the last episode?
Chilling. Working. What's up with you?
How's work been? What week of the lockdown are we in?
We are in week fucking 60-something, I think. No. It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck?
No, but it feels like it's been
I meant
that
the
long.
current lockdown. Yeah, but
It feels like it's been that long.
Well, it's almost 365 days of this shit, even though it's a little bit less.
All right.
Because of Madness didn't start until March, but it's almost our 1-year quarantiversary.
We're coming up on that shit, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty close. I can't believe it's already been a year, actually. And I suspected that this shit would last the whole year, but nobody wanted to hear that at the time, so nobody believed it. It was like still too conspiratorial at that time.
So what kind of weed is this?
Honestly, I don't know. It's some pre-rolls from that I got from some shop that I go to, and they were having a deal where, like, if I spent an extra $3 on a lighter, they would give me this box of pre-rolls, which is usually like, I don't know, like $12 for them. I'd get it for $1. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it for $1.
Fuck it.
But I don't really know what it is. I guess I didn't really ask.
Says Autumn Brands, but I don't know what. I never heard of them before.
Shout out to Autumn Brands. We're out here smoking your shit. We're undecided whether it's good or not, but I mean, it smokes pretty decent right now.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. For that price, for fucking what? $3?
For $4, I guess.
$4, like
$4.
I mean, you can't really beat that shit.
Yeah.
Straight up, you can't beat that shit.
I'll do it every time. It was a no-brainer at the time, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So.
Yeah, that's cool. Did it have like a strain name? Or nah?
I think it was some like Orange Crush. Or some shit like that.
It does have like a little sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet
Like a
flavor to it.
citrusy.
Yeah.
It's kind of got like a citrusy shit, and it feels like fall. You know what I mean?
It does kind of.
Gives you that fall taste. So you could probably, like, if you're a white chick out there, like, you could have this shit with some pumpkin spice on the side. Oh my god! Like, I recommend Autumn Brands for your ass. You could have this shit with some pumpkin spice.
All you basic bitches out there.
Everybody trying to be basic and's got leggings and Uggs on. This is your shit, Autumn Brands. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's got a little heat to it. It's all right for some little pinner.
Speaking of winter, I haven't felt an ounce of winter.
Man,
Like, it's gotten cold today, but not
I
that
swear
bad.
it was like
I was wearing this outside.
I swear,
right now.
like yesterday was like 85 degrees, bro. That shit was hot
Yeah,
as
what
fuck.
the fuck kind of winters are these now? We're in Los Angeles, by the way. This shit's ridiculous, though.
That shit does not feel like winter. It does not feel like Christmas.
Yeah, there's a blizzard hitting the entire East Coast right now. Like, they've got a couple feet of snow right now.
See, imagine if we decided to make that move to New Hampshire. We would just be chilling in the snow right now, actually living up a real fucking Christmas time and shit.
Yeah, but it'd be cold as fuck, and we'd literally have to wake up to shovel just our driveways every day. Like, even if you just wanted a day where you're like, nah, man, today I'm just gonna I'm gonna sit inside, make me another fucking can of soup, 'cause cold is dog shit. So you gotta make like hot liquids always. If you're not drinking, and you can't drink 20 fucking thousand cups of coffee over there like out here, because you'll fucking go crazy inside your house. Fucking 20 cups of coffee.
Oh hell yeah!
You can't leave your house.
Hell no. If you try to fucking leave in that
Like,
shit,
those people are used to quarantine because it's cold.
they already know that get down, so they're just chilling.
Yeah, they have snow days over there
Yeah,
still.
it makes sense, huh?
I have family in New York, and my sister lives out there. My nieces, yeah, they have real snow days where it's like, yeah, guys, you know what? Nah, you guys ain't coming to school today.
I only know about that kind of shit because of The Simpsons.
Yeah?
Them motherfuckers always have snow days and shit.
Which kind of lets you know that they were somewhere on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, that's how I always think about
Because
it.
everybody's always trying to figure it out. Even though, come on now. Like, at this point, for me, it's Springfield, Illinois. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just going with it.
I mean, if there ever was a place named Shelbyville,
It'd be in Illinois,
yeah,
probably, right?
for sure. I
For
would
sure.
think so.
For
Or
sure,
maybe,
but-
or maybe Kentucky.
Or, like,
Kentucky sounds like it's a state that would have
or
a lot
Ohio.
of vills in it.
It could be, like, in Ohio. Like, Villes.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland is there. And it's really Cleveland.
Right.
That's all that happened there. And somebody just started saying Cleveland.
Somebody just.
Oh, you're here from Cleveland.
So-
It's like, oh,
Hey,
yeah,
you
that
know-
sounds about right.
So, like, I don't know if you've been paying attention lately, but there's been, like, you know, they're trying to pass this, like, COVID stimulus, the Rona stimulus bill and shit.
Yeah, the fucking cookie butter bill.
Right.
What about it?
The $600 for you and fucking $5 billion for fucking
Everybody
everybody
else.
else and shit, right? So, yesterday Trump came out and said he was talking mad shit about all of that.
Okay.
Like he started like just dropping like 100 million to this, 100 million to that country, 100, 10 million to this country, like, and then the one that caught the funniest shit though, it was like, yeah, all that shit is trash, but the one thing that caught me off guard out of all of that was he said they're trying to combat the Asian carp. Like what? I forgot how much they said. My God, I wish I knew how much they said right now, but it was like something like, I think it was like 30 million or something to
Oh my
combat the Asian carp.
Wow, that's hilarious. That's
So,
a good one.
We're using taxpayer money to fight goldfish. It's a war on goldfish. This shit is crazy, bro. So anyway,
It's a
he-
real thing. It's
he said,
70% water, so you know what I mean? Like, you let any fish
so
take the hierarchy.
in his
It's a dangerous place
for reals.
for this planet.
And so he he straight up told Congress like they need to go back and amend this shit and give everybody 2 racks. 2 hot ones,
Okay.
right? So they're going back and they're going to supposedly they have something coming tomorrow, an amendment for the $2,000 for everybody, right? That and he'll sign off on this shit.
Wow.
But he didn't say to take out all that bullshit. He just said amend it, give them more money. So he's just gonna he just wants them to make the bill bigger, essentially.
Yeah, and he's like,
Real
fine,
bigly.
we'll
Real
add
bigly.
to it. Yeah.
Right?
But I mean, this is one of those situations where, like,
Huge.
everybody knows someone, like, super toxic is about to get fired. But you wait until he does something real
Okay.
grand where he could get fired on the day.
Okay, so
Because
check this out.
you know the moment you tell this guy, hey, we're letting you go, you got a week to get out or something, or even more than a day. It was like, oh, sabotage. Beastie Boys, you know what I mean?
Nah, but look, check this out. So then today, right? Today now he's tweeting pictures of rockets, right? And he's saying basically that Iran launched rockets at one of our bases. And they had pictures of 3 rockets like on the floor or some shit. Like, and they're obviously unexploded rockets.
Like stage.
They're just there, you know, 3 rockets.
Like some staged rockets.
And
like a picture of James Harden and like a bunch of other people.
He said they failed to launch. If they failed to launch,
isn't that a Matthew McConaughey movie?
Look, if they failed to launch from from where he's saying that they were launched from Iran.
Yeah.
Right? But in his tweet, he said they failed to launch those specific rockets that they have pictures of. If they failed to launch, how do you got pictures of them?
Yeah, how do you have pictures of them regardless? Whether they failed to launch or they did launch.
Well, if they land as duds, they typically land in whole or, you know, damaged up. But sometimes they break up. But, like, I've seen pictures before
but
where,
I'd
like,
imagine
unexploded ordnance.
Yeah, but I'd imagine it would look unexploded, too.
Right, I mean, like,
not
it went
just laying there.
Poof, right?
Yeah, like, you'd be like, oh, I can't believe that shit didn't explode. Look how bad shape it is or whatever. Even if it had one dent.
Right.
I get those shits are strong as fuck. But they're meant to explode, too, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, damn, that's the end of this joint.
So fucking
that wasn't too bad, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So like cool that's some shit that I don't get. Like, are you trying to manufacture war right now with Iran with less than a month before you got to get out?
Well, yeah, because he wants to make it he wants to create a small enough mess, but a significant enough one, so that Biden gets called into action for something immediately. He just wants to make the next guy's shit harder. And that's what I mean about, like, a guy just knowing that he's fired, but that still has to be there. Like, it always sucks when you have to do it that way, because I've been on the back end of, like, some firings or, like, attempted firings where things do go down like that, where it's like, we want to get rid of this guy, but we know he's so toxic. And it's like, we could do it a civilized way where we could break it off with them and be like, hey, we want to kind of part ways, and here, we're going to give you a severance and this and that.
Right.
But it's like, but you still can't trust the person to just be, like, cool while he ends his term there.
And definitely you can't expect anything like that from fucking Trump.
No, exactly. So it's just that.
Out of all motherfuckers, you definitely can't expect it from his ass.
No. You just got to look at it that way, and you right. Exactly.
Right. So
exactly. So it's all bad. It's all bad no matter what.
Definitely all bad.
It's all bad no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. They're gonna give. I guess they're gonna give us 2 racks now. I don't know.
If it goes through,
Yeah.
But I guess it'll go through, because Biden also needs something to look nice in the beginning. So everybody's just like, our president.
The funny part about all that shit is like, a lot of people online are tripping because, well, obviously this year they have to do the COVID stimulus release shit, and they have to actually finalize a budget for next year.
Yeah.
Right? So all the announcements of, oh, this money's going to this country and this money's going to fight the fucking carps and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking carp killer.
It's all parading. Like, it's not going to get moved.
But my thing is, that shit was being funded last year. All those same things. All that shit. Money going to here, money going to there. Fighting fucking dumb shit.
Right.
Right? All of that shit has been going on. But the only reason why everybody's paying attention now is because everybody's like waiting for their COVID money. They're trying to figure out what this COVID money is. And the fact that they have to vote on all this shit now because it's the end of the year. So they got to get all the rest of this shit in. It all looks like it's together. It's all relatively separate.
No, it's all
in
strung.
a sense.
Yeah, it's all strung together into the same thing. It's interwebbed.
Because of the time, so now more people are paying attention. And since more people are paying attention, I have a feeling we're going to see some pretty big changes in the next coming years in this country. you have Trump supporters now are talking about leaving the Republican Party and starting their own political party, right? Libertarian Party is still a decent party in size. I mean, obviously it's nothing like
it's
Democrats and
basically-
Republicans. You have the Green Party,
Well,
right?
it's the actual third party that we have right now.
Right. Well, yeah, pretty
it's
much.
the actual
Right,
one,
right.
right?
It's
It
the only
may
one
not
worth
be
talking
a
about, and
significant
it's not even
one.
really worth talking
Yeah,
about.
it may not be a significant one, but it's the one that comes closest.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's definitely like you can definitely vote for them if you're indifferent and you just want to support their cause for sure.
Right.
But yeah, no, but I mean, sure, even the politics of it, but we haven't even seen like the economic problems that are about to start happening. Like we haven't even seen the economy really take a shit. So it's like right now everybody's still living like, whoa, 2020 was crazy. Like, okay. But
I mean, there's a lot of
everything's
people
still
out of
kinda-
work, though.
No, for sure.
And,
But
and a lot of people's unemployment is already kicked up. So
yeah, but it's everything still kind of seems like how it normally would have worked even when it was 2019. Is what I'm saying. Like it's not much. It doesn't feel much different yet. Like I feel that it's gonna be soon, or like soon comes a day when you're gonna go into a grocery store and there's gonna be items missing because they're out of stock for real.
Well, we already have that coming up because
you know, and not because everybody's panicking and buying the shit out. I mean, just during normal times.
I mean, well,
like, oh, there's just no rice right now.
well, that's something that is going to be happening next year too, because
Like,
you're already
what the
seeing
fuck?
it in countries like I believe it was England that now their truckers are about to go on strike. Here in
Fuck.
California,
I didn't know about that.
three hospitals here in SoCal.
Well, the hospitals are just ridiculous right
Well,
now.
3 of the hospitals in SoCal, the nurses are going on strike.
And I hear that they're building beds in lobbies, dude.
Yeah.
Like that supposedly, I saw a video on Instagram where like an ambulance is going around the block a few times.
Shit.
Cause they can't find parking. But the ambulance can't find parking at the hospital. And as it's driving and they're recording out of the ambulance, like it looks like an EMT's recording out of his phone or her phone.
Right.
Like they're just passing a shit ton of ambulances on the whole block. So it's the equivalent of like me or you fighting for parking
Fuck.
on our street. Which
Yeah,
is
see-
fine. We'll be doing that dumb shit, but this is emergency stuff, you know?
Right.
This is stuff that we took for granted before, too, you know? So, like, the closer we get to that economic downfall, it falls right into the lap of, like, those dystopian future sci-fis that I used to watch. And even though I'm still, like, a fan of that kind of shit, like, I'd never want to see it in real life. You know, I have a child.
Right.
That has to live in the future that's coming, and it's like it's a pretty shitty outlook. I mean, I hate to be so cynical about it, and the episode to kind of start so shitty, especially it being Christmas. But I think it's important to talk about this shit, especially now that it's like we're on the cusp of like 2021. It's about to be 2021 in like less than 20 days.
It's funny as I saw a meme that said it said, I haven't seen any of the 2021 gonna be my year. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all scared.
Everybody's
Like,
shook.
y'all
Everybody's shook.
scared.
Nobody saw this coming.
Shit,
Like,
shit, to me, 2021 sounds like a very good year. Honestly. It can't get worse. I mean, I guess it could get worse, but fuck, this year's been pretty fucking bad.
no, of course, it's always going to sound better. You know what I mean? It's always going to sound better than what happened.
I mean, Kobe can't die
2020.
again.
Damn, yeah. That was less than a year ago.
Right.
Which is crazy.
I'm
That's
still
crazier
shook.
to me.
You know,
Because it feels like that happened like
I'm still
a few
shook.
months ago.
I'm still shook.
Maybe
on
like
that
2
shit.
months ago.
Like, I never got over it. I just kind of ignored it.
It's
as much as
crazy.
possible.
It's crazy because he never even had to witness like this whole new world. And his family that went through the whole tragedy and everything got thrust right into 2020, just like the rest of us, regardless they're rich or not. You know what I mean?
Man, and now fucking Vanessa's mom is trying to sue her. You saw that?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
What happened
because
there?
she wanted. She wants.
Vanessa's mom.
Yeah, I think
Vanessa's mom is trying to sue Vanessa
Yeah,
for.
$5 million a Benz.
Oh shit! And a Benz. Threw a Benz in the lot.
And the Benz.
Threw a very specific item into
It was
the lot.
pretty specific. It was like $5 million a Benz, and then I think a house or something. It was something else. I don't know.
Some huaraches, some chanclas and shit.
I'm like, God damn! Like, let that woman just fucking live her life, dude. She's been through so much already.
Nah, but that's how it works. You know, that's how.
You know what's kind of crazy too is because
that's how it works when you're balling.
Kobe's parents are like that too, though.
No, but Kobe always had beef with his parents.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and
it's normal.
It's kind of crazy to see that. Like, damn, both their parents are kind of like that, I guess. Now.
Well, honestly, unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys. This may not sound like a very family-friendly episode after this, but honestly, that's usually where you see all of the madness that you eventually devise as part of, the human element that is, that is the failure amongst us, or the misfire, you know what I mean? The imperfection, you know what I mean? Because it's usually the people that are closest to you.
Yeah, that's true.
That are going to victimize you. It's a lot easier.
Right.
You know what I mean? The trust is already there, and the closeness is already there. The proximity, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's usually how it happens. So a lot of the times now, I used to trip out about it before too, but sometimes when I hear it's family shit, I'm like, yeah, of course. Of course, it makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're clear with your own family about those boundaries and the fact that you understand those boundaries, though, I think it makes it easier. And that's from my experience. Mm-hmm. Of course, everybody's situation's different, so I can say that much, but it may or may not be true in your own experience. But in my experience, it's just like, hey, guys, like, just be honest and upfront, right, from the get, because at the end of the day, I love you no matter what, even if you're a fuck-up, because I know you're a fuck-up. Because I'm a fuck-up. We're all fuck-ups.
Oh, yeah.
It's part of the deal. So it's just like the more you allow me to know the kind of fuck-up you are, the more I can tell you some of me.
Right.
And we get to know each other a lot more intimately, and it opens itself up for much lovelier conversations, I think. So, I don't know. That's my experience. But, like I said before, that whole family dynamic, yeah. There's always going to be issues in family.
I mean,
especially when you're making that much money.
Right. I was just about to
especially
say,
when one breaks off of the whole trajectory of the family.
When it's and then
the family's doing okay, it was going right here, and then you just poof, you became one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Like fuck, like the GOAT.
What can you do?
One of the GOATs.
What can you do?
And can there be multiple GOATs?
And for Vanessa, she just right place, right time. You know what I mean? How many Mexican chicks go to school in Newport Beach? You know what I mean? And model on the side. Probably about like 80% of them right there. That's the truth. Like, that's thick. That's thick. Shit. So it's not the greatest chance, but it's chance. And she was there, right place, right time.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
So it's like, hey, man. But two beautiful daughters come out of that. You know what I mean? They can still do amazing things. You know what I mean? In the name of their father. Yeah. We'll see. Hollywood's a son of a bitch, though. Yeah. I say they move out of L.A.
They should, man. They should. They should just move to fucking...
Yeah, because this place does not look good for anything right now.
Any time.
That weed was good, but I think I need to spark another joint.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ready for another one or no?
Yeah. Fuck it. I mean, I've been smoking this whole time, but yeah, fuck it.
Let me see. They come in these little cute boxes now, okay, for all you collectors. For all you collectors of boxes. I know I seen somewhere on YouTube that someone has like a box collection. You know, like rock collections? I guess there's box collections.
For box of what?
Box of anything, dude. Imagine like
I mean, what do you mean a box
No,
collection?
no. Look, imagine like the Tupperware lady just went crazy and did a YouTube channel, but it's like a dude, and he's just like, hey, boxes, you know. It's kind of like what you were talking about last episode, Subi everything. We're like, what the fuck? There's a box for everything, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to find out what kind of box you want. What if you're looking for a box that's just like, oh man, I want to put these remote controls that are like about 4 inches, 4 inches long. I want to put them in a box, but like, where do I find that box? Back in the, you know what was beautiful about back in the days? Back in the days, you could walk into like a Rite Aid, right? Which was a Thrifties back then. Or like a Target, which wasn't as crazy as it is now. Target's become bigger than itself in terms of like the popularity thing. Like Target's become as crazy as going to the mall, I feel, nowadays. Yeah, to some people.
Because it's a bougie Walmart?
Yeah, pretty much. Because it's Target. Because it's Target.
It's a bougie Walmart. They
So
got literally all the same shit. They just charge more.
They just charge more because it's
And
like
their
more,
store is smaller.
because it's compressed. Yeah.
And then now it's expanding. I mean, essentially, in terms of now you go into Target and it's like a grocery store.
Right, but their groceries are highly overpriced. It's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, I'll admit to buying groceries there once, so I'm guilty. Damn, I'm feeling a little ashamed on camera. Damn, don't do that second angle. That'll show me blushing. But no, what was the point that I was on about how do we get on those thrifties? Oh, back in the days, you go to a thrifty, you go to whatever, and you could just find like a Tupperware that was the size of whatever the fuck you needed, like a pencil case for anything, binders, a stapler, right? Like you used to be able to find everything in one place, right?
Yeah. For sure.
When did everything break apart and become specialty? Because I know, don't get me wrong, there's going to be people that are like, oh, yeah, you can still walk in a Rite Aid and get a stapler, bro. But it's like, yeah, the stapler you get at Rite Aid now is like, fuck, how many staples is this going to last me? Shit's made out of just like some flimsy plastic that if I drop, before you used to get the fucking steel one that you used to have to press with 2 hands just to staple 4 pages. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This shit's crazy. Throw on that second angle while we spark these up for old time's sake. There we go. So people can see this shit. So you dumb motherfuckers out there that still don't know how to spark joints because you barely started smoking weed since it became legal, you fucking schmuck. Yeah, you. I'm looking at that camera now, right there, because that's where we're live at. Here's how you fucking spark a joint. I hope I do this all right. I'm not going to burn my eyebrows now.
After talking all that shit.
Yeah, after talking all that shit. Yeah, I'm still an old piece of shit. I talk a lot of shit, but, you know, shit happens. I have senior moments. Even though I'm nowhere near senior, but it's like, you know, it creeps in now. It creeps in now a little more than before. Before, I used to just consider it clumsiness.
Oh, and if he gets real high, he'll pull out this thing.
What? A fucking dildo? Oh, sorry. Forget about the dildo.
He'll pull out this thing and start trying to fucking pretend he's fucking Jose Mourinho and shit. Fucking.
I'm Jose Smokinho. After I get really high and I just start devising all these fucking crazy plays, but shit that might work. Like, have you guys ever seen Little Giants? What's the name of that play on Little Giants?
I don't even remember.
The Cuban Missile Crisis shit.
Yeah, that's right.
That shit. I'll figure it out on some Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? This shit is fuck that. Or we'll go fucking full Italiano like one of my favorite strains, gelato. You know what I'm saying? And we'll fucking just devise some sick ass. We could do what is that, a 3-5-2 where we just go hard on the midfield and wing backs. Or we could just go strong at the back line and just do just your traditional shit. You know what I mean? 4-4-2, 4-4-3.
Boring.
What would you do? Oh, shit.
I'll go
ashed up.
I'll go
Ashlarian shit.
2, 1, 2, 2, 3.
What the fuck? This motherfucker, I go 1.
All I do is win.
Everybody in a straight line. And when the ball comes in your lane, just spread out. So we basically just call that foosball. You know what I mean?
Nah, listen. 2 center backs, right? Your DM that could drop in between those 2 center backs if it needs to. Then you have your 2 wing backs, right? So you have 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
And then you have 2 midfielders, right? Like box-to-box type guys, right?
Okay.
Hard workers. And then you got your 3 up front.
Okay.
Right?
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying,
Makes
you know?
sense. It just sounded funny because I went 2, 1, 2.
No,
2,
because
2.
I like to fuck with some crazy, like, formations, too.
I mean, realistically, it's a 4-1-2-3. But I just like saying it like that. 2, 1, 2.
No, you just run it flexible. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You let them do it fluid. Fluid and flexible. I get it. Hey, the NBA started today?
Last night.
Wow.
Lakers lost.
Yeah, but nobody big was playing, right? Like Bron and AD were out?
I don't know. I didn't even watch. I was fucking busy. I didn't even tell you this. Last night, instead of watching the game, because it's against the Clippers, so I don't care about the Clippers.
Okay.
Fuck the Clippers, right?
Okay. I feel you. You don't gotta get all mad. You know?
But
all right.
yeah, I mean, so I figure, fuck it, like, I'm not gonna watch the game, but I'm gonna do something productive. So instead of watching the game or playing the game,
Greenhouse Productions.
I was actually fucking doing some Blender tutorials, and I was trying to learn how to do some 3D modeling and shit.
This motherfucker's animating over there. What the
I
fuck?
was trying to learn some new shit.
This
It's time to learn some new
motherfucker.
shit.
Well, crispy.
Yeah,
Shit,
actually, I was working
damn.
on making a donut.
Hey, man.
I'm
what
following
the
this
fuck?
pretty sick tutorial from fucking what's the channel name? Blender Guru. And if you're trying to learn some Blender, that motherfucker's on point. Crazy little funny Aussie dude.
Wait, so you've been thinking about donuts since the last episode?
Man, that's what the tutorial was. That was his tutorial. I was just following it.
Bro,
And he's a pretty good teacher though.
you are a donut fan, though.
Yeah, I am. That's why well, to be honest, okay. So there's multiple people that do Blender tutorials, of course, right? But 2 things about this dude made me select his tutorial. One, the donut. I thought it looked great. Like the thumbnail of the shit looked great.
Yeah, the donut
Like
aspect
it looked
of it,
real.
All right.
Like it looked real. I was like, what the
Everybody
fuck?
loves a
He's
donut.
like, you're learning how to make this shit, but it
Yeah,
teaches
it's a
you.
donut.
But it teaches you how to fucking it teaches you how to make like pretty much whatever. But making the donut covers like a pretty wide range of like beginner shit. So you can learn like a lot of different shortcuts. You learn like the different modes of the program, right? You have like you have a creator mode, like editor mode or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like you have all these different
So
things.
it does enough. There's enough in the tutorial to create a donut to give you insight as
a
an
solid
intuition
intro,
as to how the interface works.
solid intro,
Yeah.
right? And what I like about him, he don't really like, a lot of tutorial dudes, they kind of lag it and shit. Like they take a long time to get to the steps and shit. Nah, he's straight to the point. In fact, he's kind of too fast. Like I gotta go back sometimes. Like,
hey man,
like,
how?
But
That's crazy. That's pretty nutty. I'm gonna have to look into that to get on some Blender.
yeah, I mean, so the first thing was obviously the donut, but the second thing was the fact that he named his channel Blender Guru. Like you gotta be confident in yourself to try to proclaim you're the guru.
And shout out to just Guru, rest in peace. You know what I mean? One of the greatest of all time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking as I was doing that, because I took a fucking heavy and hard hit out of this joint while I was listening to your fucking story there, and it made me think. It's weird for me now when I'm smoking and I have to cough. You know what I mean? Because just coughing in general is so problematic. Like, you don't want to be in too much of a public scene. Because you know what I mean? You might get too many heads turning like, yo, who's coughing and are they wearing a mask? and the worst thing is coughing into your mask, to be honest. That shit I fucking absolutely hate.
I really don't wear a mask that much, to be honest.
Damn, dude, you're the maskless warrior out here in California?
I really don't wear. I mean, unless I go into like a store where it's obviously required, then I wear it. But if there's no sign saying like please wear a mask or whatever, or mask needed for entry,
this guy, you guys are hearing this live.
Then I ain't rocking a mask. I'm sorry.
This guy out here in Los Angeles just went conservative Craig on
Conservative
everybody.
No. Nah. I went Larry Liberty on your ass. Not not conservative Craig or whatever.
Oh shit.
Nah. Liberty Larry.
Liberty Larry. Oh man.
Right? I mean, cause look, man, like it's not nothing. I mean, yeah, the coronavirus and shit spreading, but like, I don't really be going a lot of places, bro. Like, anyway, with or without coronavirus, I wasn't going a lot of places anyway. So it doesn't really, like, for me, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, that's absolutely the way to do it. To be honest,
Right.
that's absolutely the way to do it.
I mean, there ain't
And
really no other way.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, I already don't fucking go out, so I'm not gonna pressure myself in any way to do that shit. I mean, like, if it's required, I'll wear it. Fuck it, you know? Like, see, that's the thing, right?
Well, that's the
so
problem.
Liberty goes many ways, right? So it's like, I have the liberty to not go to that place.
Right.
Or to go somewhere else, right? And
well, the option's available to you.
That's what I'm saying. And
the absolute option is available to you.
And they have the liberty as a business to make their own rules for their business.
Right.
If I want to go in their business and they make a rule saying you have to wear masks,
well,
then okay, it's fine. It's private property. It's
you're absolutely right, because that's on the point that I was going to kind of make, where it was just like, I agree with you, where it's just like, I don't want to be told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going into a place that's private and they have rules, then I have to make a decision how bad I want to walk in there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But the decision's still mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Could I be mad about it? Sure. But should I be mad about it long term, more than like a few seconds? Nah, probably not. Just be like, ain't that a bitch?
I mean, yeah,
like,
it
fuck.
sucks, but then you think about it, like, it's also a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Because
it means that you're able to set a rule.
Right.
You know what I mean?
On your own property.
An established rule, right.
Right.
And people have to abide by it.
And see, that's what conservative Craig don't understand. Right? No, because
Tell
the
me about conservative Craig. Tell me about conservative Craig.
Because the motherfuckers that was getting mad and acting all fucking...
Oh, yeah, they want to tell everybody to take their shit off. Yeah.
Right. Like, those are that's conservative Craig.
And if you want to wear something, go home, or I'm going to beat your
Karen,
ass and shit like that.
Right? That's them. That is fucking them. That ain't me. Right? Like, oh, cool. Like, I want to shop here. You require a mask? Bet.
Yeah.
Right? But there's places like, bro, there's places where you go, the drive-through request you wear a mask.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's places now you still go, the drive-through don't tell you to wear a mask. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
Right? And I go to both. If they ask me to wear a mask, I put the mask on.
Well, me, honestly, like, whether they ask or not, I just wear the mask because I don't know who's at the window. You know what I mean?
Well,
and the businessman might not require it, but just like some older lady that just has to work there or just has a job there might be working there, and I'm just like, oh, man, I don't want to scare nobody, so I'll just wear it.
I mean, but also the thing is, too, every single one of those masks, having either me required a mask or not, they all wear a mask anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely true.
So it's like...
Yeah.
I'm whatever. I'm outside in my car.
For sure.
6 feet away, blah, blah, blah.
For sure. I just understand that, like, they've probably ran into some conservative Craigs in that drive-thru.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you've probably already had a shittier day than me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because you just have to deal with people that are all riled up because of the fucking political climate. And just because of the climate in general, just with the COVID shit and all that stuff. And are just fired up. And they're willing to say something stupid because they're just fired up. Or imagine how many... Think about this. Think about how many drunk people go through a drive-thru. You know what I mean? The entire day. And that's like... Prior to COVID, that's probably like weekends. Just madness. Like a maddening amount of fucking drunk people coming through, right? So, like, I mean, because people will used to day drink on the weekends. Like, that was normal. It was still crazy, but it would just be like, someone would be already, like, at 11 a.m., like, I'm drunk as fuck. Like, woo! Going through Burger King or Jack in the Box drive-thrus already acting wild. And we used to do that shit when we were young. So we know that it's totally possible.
Yeah, that's true.
And so now imagine during COVID times where, like, people are just at home. People don't have jobs. And they're just rocking with EBT or rocking with whatever stimulus shit they still have left or whatever, or just EDD, right?
Right.
Just unemployment in general and just getting fucked up and going through them drive-thrus and just being wild. And that's why shit is, like, on the ups, too, is because less people are working, too.
Yeah.
The less people are busy, the more time they have to just devise stupid shit. And whenever there's time for people to devise stupid shit, they'll absolutely find a way.
Oh, and stupid shit will fucking happen.
That's what I'm saying. On some stupid shit.
Stupid shit will happen.
Absolutely.
Speaking of some stupid shit, what is this on the screen here?
Oh, shit. Something popped up on the screen. Some old porn that Nate was watching. Yeah, I was enjoying it, but I get it. Yeah. I was enjoying it. I was like, whoa. It reminded me of the old Spice channel that had all the blurry shit, and you're just like, you're getting it illegally, so you're trying to figure out what that is. Like, is that a nipple? Or is that someone's butthole?
Like who would have thought pop-ups still exist in fucking 2020 and shit?
Oh, man.
They're making a comeback.
Yeah, I heard it's a feature film called Pop-Ups.
You know what's crazy, too, is speaking of comeback.
Who's coming back?
Fucking Pornhub.
Oh, shit. Mike Tyson on Pornhub?
Nah,
Ah, damn. I would.
Pornhub, like.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
Last week, Pornhub got cut off from Visa and MasterCard and shit. Did you see that news?
What the fuck?
Yeah, because they had some crazy, like, controversy and shit about, like, those, like, revenge kind of porn videos and shit.
So
like
they
that.
got canceled.
Like, people posting up porn videos without their consent and shit like that, right?
Okay.
So they got in trouble for that shit. So the news was that, like, Pornhub fucking, their whole library, I guess, is now only verified users. Right? Because before it was like YouTube, right? You could just sign up and fucking post your fucking porno.
Yeah.
So now they made it, I guess, like where it's fucking
shit, that's
all verified
funny.
shit, right?
But that's funny because now if you're famous, you're like a verified famous person on Pornhub.
Right. It's so funny. So, like, you got a blue check mark on Pornhub.
Oh shit, you out here like Keanu Reeves got a check mark on Pornhub. So, like, these are Keanu Reeves' specific favorite videos.
Visa and MasterCard were just pissed off about that fucking, the whole, unauthorized fucking pornos and shit, right?
Okay.
So they cut off services to Pornhub.
Right.
That same week, Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, Playboy. I don't know if the two are correlated in any which way, but people got to pay for porn somehow.
Before you said that, like, the moment you even brought up that story, my mind was already going there. I was like, oh, well, that's not going to be a problem. It'll just go crypto. Like, there's already a lot of shit that uses crypto that, like, I've paid for online that is high-quality shit. So it's like, porn? Oh, my God. But now, here's my next thing. Who the fuck pays for porn on the internet? I didn't realize
I don't know.
porn. I didn't realize porn wasn't free. Like,
I think that's how.
am I tripping? Like,
Maybe they charge for like.
that shit just happened overnight. Because I swear, like 2 days ago, it was still free. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe they charge for like 4K or something. Like, you know how like Netflix charges you more for a
It's
4K
like-
subscription?
it's like, listen, if you need to watch your porn in 4K, like, you got a problem. Like, it's all right,
Are
because
there
you
any
don't
fo-
need
hey,
more
are
than
there-
like a few seconds.
But
of
are
it.
there any
You know what I
4K
mean? At
phones?
most.
There's 4K phones, right?
Yeah.
4K screens.
Yeah, but my point is, you don't need more than a few seconds or a minute of that shit. What are you doing? Trying to watch a feature film for real?
Oh my god.
Like, you're gonna watch the whole fucking 40
Maybe-
minute porn?
maybe
No,
there-
nobody
maybe
watches
there-
that shit.
Maybe there are like feature porn films, and that's what
No,
you're
I'm
paying
sure
for.
there is, but like the people
I'm
that
saying
pay
that's
for
probably
that.
what you're paying for.
Yeah, but the people that pay for that, like the people that are paying whatever the fuck it costs on Pornhub, which must be like, I'm imagining there's a tier that starts at like $20, like $19.99, all the way up to like $100, right? But there's like a $60 tier, and you can watch your shit in fucking beautiful 4K. That's probably for like some crazy cokehead that's super rich or lives in the Hollywood Hills and just fucking does a gang of coke and just has Pornhub playing in the background
See, that's
all night long.
That's crazy.
You know,
But I get it. But it's
Yeah.
crazy.
see, and that's maybe the only person that would pay for porn, because it's just like, if I'm gonna have it playing in the background, I mean, I'm be wasting all this blow. It's better be in 8K at least.
It better be an 8K at least.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
when
even got no device that'll play 8K anything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, because like downscaled to 4K, that 8K, man, you'll see a freckle on a butt cheek like nothing, dude. In motion. It'll be fantastic. But yeah,
A freckle on a butt cheek.
freckle on a butt cheek.
So, yeah, I don't know. I thought that shit was pretty fucking funny. Like, the same week though.
Yeah, of course.
The
No.
same fucking week though.
No, that correlation is not even a coinky dink right there. That's no fucking coincidence right there. Hello. Like, yeah. You gotta fucking spend 60 roses now to watch your 4K porn now. It's all good. It's all good. It's easier than ever to invest in Bitcoin. And that
It
leads
is.
us to our next sponsor. Take it away. Oh, wait, we're not sponsored yet. Well, we might be. If we are, it'll get inserted there. Yeah. No, but have you ever heard of this? There's this.
Fucking stupid.
There's this. There's this thing. Hold on. There's this thing. Like in the old plains leading up to the Rockies in the United States, there's these areas called the Buffalo Jump. And
Yeah.
they're called the Buffalo Jump because the side of the cliff walls are like burnt in, like black and charred in, and people are like, what the fuck is that? And it's because like the Indians of the old plains, the Comanches particularly, would like send a whole herd of buffalo off the edge of the cliff. And so many would fall off, like a couple dozen.
They would create a stampede. and
Yeah,
just
they would
fucking-
create a stampede that they would like force off the edge of the cliff. But it'd be so much that they couldn't haul that much meat. It'd be more meat that they could haul.
Mhm.
So realistically, they were wasting so much buffalo, right? The Comanches were.
Yeah.
And they would come, they'd take the parts that they wanted, and the shit that they would leave over as it'd just be rotting on top of each other as it let go of all of its gases. Since it was such a huge pile, when it exploded, it was like a giant fucking grenade blowing up. It was crazy,
Fuck.
yeah. And so that's why the walls are still charred like that.
Oh, cause it's
Like it's like fossilized char from those times, because it'd be like, imagine like a whole 30 buffaloes, and each one of those motherfuckers weighs a ton. So like 30 tons.
Well, it would probably take up most of this fucking garage.
Oh,
or shit.
more than
Yeah,
this.
it'd
More
take up
than this. It would feel
fucking-
like a 2-story house, head to toe, and fill it up.
2-story house.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Those buffaloes were huge. The original buffaloes
Nah,
that
I don't
used to
think that
roam
is.
the plains. But just imagine, okay, so imagine that explosion that happened in, like, where did it happen? In Azerbaijan or some shit, like earlier in the year. What was that? Where it was the manure that blew up.
Oh,
and it was like
at the dock.
And it was
at that dock.
Yeah, and it was like a fucking nuke
shit.
exploded.
It was damn, where was that? I forgot where that shit was.
That was fucking crazy, right? Right? So once I think about that explosion, I think about the whole Buffalo jump shit. I'm thinking something like that, not to the extreme degree of what happened there, but imagine something big enough like that to char the side of the mountain, dude.
Damn.
Like that shit must have blown through it. Like anybody that was near it got fucked up. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit.
So imagine, even if it was 10 buffalo.
A lot of shit happened this year, huh?
Even if it was 10 buffalo. Oh yeah, a lot of shit happened. This year feels like it's been like a whole fucking decade packed into a year.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Crazy. It's crazy to me, because I don't really care for either of it, and it kind of hurts my heart a little bit to say it, but the Lakers and the Dodgers won championships in this year. Like, both teams. That's rare.
That's crazy, too.
That's rare because the Dodgers, first of all, never win. They finally won. And the Lakers just kind of, to me, it kind of felt like a whim. There'll always be the argument that it was harder in the bubble, which, fine. Like, I've listened to that argument, and I can kind of agree a little bit, so I'm not 100% mad at it. But it kind of felt like a cookie-cutter championship that I'm not too proud of, so I have not accepted the Lakers title yet. I have kind of. I'm like 80% of the way there. Whereas, like, in the beginning, I was like, nah, I'm just going to scratch anything that happens in 2020 sports-wise. Like, the only thing I accept is Liverpool winning a title. Because that kind of came with less than a month left, and they were clear of that title.
Yeah, they were already
They were clear. So it was like, now if they don't win it because of that, like, that sucks.
Right.
Because they totally fucking earned it.
Mm-hmm.
So Liverpool was different, but, like, the Lakers, there was still so much to go.
Yeah, from when the season shut down.
Yeah, and the Dodgers, like, baseball hadn't even started. Like, baseball started with the weird COVID season from the get. Like, they postponed that shit. It never got off the floor when COVID hit. So baseball started weird, and so it started like a mini tournament. Of course the Dodgers are going to win a mini tournament.
Right.
Of course. What the fuck? That team's built for a mini tournament. If you just shoot that team into the playoffs, it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. Who the fuck got something for that? Nobody.
Man, that's crazy.
Nobody. So I kind of was like kind of upset with that because I was like, man, fuck. Like, I always wanted the Dodgers to win. Like, I've been waiting for a Dodgers title, and then this Dodger title happens, and I'm like, you know what? They kiss my ass with that title. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like any of it. And LA's going to come hunt me down. So hopefully they don't know where the studio is. But it is like, that's how I feel, and I've been a long-time Dodger fan, you sons of bitches. So anybody out there that wants to fucking say something in the comments or saying some bullshit in the chat, actually, we hope you're saying something in the chat. But if it's happening, like, yeah, fuck it. I've been a Dodger fan for a fucking long time. They've sucked for a long fucking time. It's hurt for a long time.
That shit is crazy, though, that both of them won, like...
That's what I'm saying. Like, that shit also just happened in a year. And like, Los Angeles kind of slept on that. Well, not Los Angeles. I wouldn't say that. There's people that definitely enjoyed those titles.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Like, that, you know.
I mean, that was
like,
the only good part of their year, probably.
No, legit. And that's why I wasn't super duper mad at it. I was just like, no, that kind of makes sense. Like, I was like, I just won't accept it for me personally. But I could see where it was like, for some people, that was the brightest part of their year. It was like, in such a shitty year, like their favorite team, the Dodgers, won. And their favorite team, the Lakers, won, you know. It was something to look forward to.
And it's like all them motherfuckers happy that the Lakers won.
And
were mad when LeBron came.
Well, whatever. But like, I was even happy that Dwight played better this year. Like, I wanted a Dwight jersey. That's how much I liked the Dwight comeback.
I felt like I remember when they were trying to say like when people were mad that he left again.
And I'm like,
nah,
that
man.
wasn't on him.
I was like, nah.
That wasn't
like,
on him.
And
Yeah.
even if it was, like,
He's earned it this time.
To be honest,
yeah.
I felt like this time he earned it.
Yeah,
and
he
not
earned it.
necessarily, I mean, they could have lost his championship, and I would have felt like he earned it at that point.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like, it was just the complete
He's the reason they were
change.
in that championship. Yeah.
It was
He's
just
one of the reasons,
yeah.
of course.
It was just a complete mentality change, like, from the last time that he was here. So if it was just like, oh shit, like, this is the Dwight Howard like I wish we had, like, that fun Dwight Howard. Like,
oh, if we would have got him and then like Steve Nash probably would have played better.
Well, Steve Nash was hurt the whole time.
Yeah, but Steve Nash probably wouldn't have to do as much, you know, because it'd be pick and roll all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
If Dwight would have just wanted to do that, but he didn't. So.
And then Dwight was coming off his own back injury, too. And, you know.
And the fact that he kind of was forced to come to the Lakers.
Well, and
he kind of didn't want to come here.
Right.
Yeah, he kind of came here forced, in a way.
Right.
In a way of just minimizing his options.
Mm-hmm.
And at his own fault. To the most degree. You know what I mean? To the utmost degree. So, I mean, whatever, but his comeback was great. And that was a story that would have been nicer had it not been COVID to me, I guess.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's totally subjective. It's just me who kind of just feels weird about those titles. But maybe I just wasn't into sports as much. Like, same way I'm just not into, like, football.
Yeah, it's just too much going on and more focused on life in this year.
Yeah.
I think everybody was more focused on their own lives this year. And trying to make sure everything was crazy.
Just trying to figure out what the future is going to be.
Because not only did we have to worry about COVID, but there were fucking... Yeah, there were fucking riots. It was fucking, protests. It was fucking no toilet paper on the shelves.
Oh, no, toilet paper was crazy, man. I held in a couple shits, you know?
I mean,
for about a week.
Dude. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, all of that shit, yeah, motherfuckers were shook. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I honestly, even myself, didn't watch much sports this year. Like, pretty much only, like, Liverpool shit.
It was hard to get into, yeah.
I think that's probably what I watched the most this year.
But that's why soccer's interesting to me, especially European soccer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has a way of having this togetherness about it. Like, whereas you watch the 11 do this, like, kind of dance on the pitch, if you may say, to kind of romanticize it a little bit. But, like, as you watch that, there's a kind of togetherness that you feel about that.
Right.
Like, that you feel like you're a part of everything that's going on the field. For better or for worse, too. I'm not just saying when it's all going great. Like, even when it's going terrible, it hits you in the gut. Like, if you're out there part of every bad pass.
That's true.
Because, like, even if you haven't played, I feel like the fan could feel that. But, like, when you do play and you're off ball, like, you could imagine when you've played basketball with, like, a full squad of people. So you can't have the ball all the time.
Right.
When at most times, like, if you're probably playing street ball at the park, you probably have the ball a majority of the time as much as you can have it, right?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Right?
Yeah, just depending, yeah.
But being off ball with a complete team is different.
Oh,
because there's only so much you can control.
Right.
And so after a while, it can become very frustrating. Whereas, like, to a point where it's like, to what degree is your input good or bad at the same time? Because it's the same input.
Right.
But now it's going to be perceived differently because of the spirit of the team.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I guess I can go through the whole range of emotions while watching some shit like that. You know what I mean? I used to feel that while watching American football, NFL. And it's just lately, it's just really dwindled on that front.
There's just something about that fucking sport, man. Like, I really like watching it.
Well, it is the contact. It is the fact that it is the thing that we associated the most with being American for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? In terms of the sport, no matter what. Even above basketball. Basketball is a great sport, but it'll never take on, like, the national name, like, in terms of, like, national profile completely.
Right,
I don't think.
Right.
I don't think.
Right.
I think it'll always be part of just a great even now as it is now, like it's a great international sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're great at it internationally.
Right.
And we have great rivals internationally. There's no such thing as us playing anybody in American football internationally.
Huh. Or
Like, what the fuck?
basketball, really.
Yeah. Well, basketball, I was just saying we were a little bit. We have a little bit more of like consistent rivals. You know what I mean? In Spain, Argentina, Italy, Australia.
Yeah, but that's national teams, though. I meant like Lakers ain't got no fucking opposition outside of this country. Barcelona is not fucking with the Lakers.
No, of course not.
Madrid is not fucking with the Lakers. Bayern is not fucking with the Lakers.
Liverpool's not fucking with the Lakers.
Nah, but we talking about basketball. All those teams I named got basketball teams.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Right.
I got you.
So I mean, I know it's
where you were
confusing.
at yet.
I know it's confusing.
I didn't know where you were at yet. But
I know it's
get it,
confusing,
I
but
get
that's
it,
the point, right? It should be confusing. Nah, I feel like soccer is the only sport really that like now I understand why everybody around the world plays soccer. Right? Like I never understood that for the longest. I was like, why do they call it the world's game? Like, does everybody really play this shit? And it's like, yes, this is all everybody plays.
Yeah.
It's the only shit that everybody plays. Everybody plays a bunch of different shit, but the only shit that everybody plays is soccer.
Yeah, outside the U.S., like, it's entirely soccer.
Right.
It's nothing else.
No, I mean, people play cricket
No,
and
no,
all
I
those
mean,
other things.
But I mean,
that's what I mean. But,
majorly.
Well,
like
that's my point. It's like every country has a multitude of sports that they play, of course.
Yeah.
Right? But every single country, right? Not every country plays basketball. Not every country plays baseball, right? Not every country plays fucking lacrosse and shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But every fucking country plays soccer.
Yeah.
Every single fucking country on this planet plays soccer.
Right.
That's the only sport that every single
even the
country
ones that don't even get close.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, and not even just necessarily. Yeah, you know, like to be good. Like I mean, every single country. Like Iran plays soccer. North Korea plays soccer. You know what I'm saying?
Philippines plays soccer. Everybody got a soccer team.
Everybody
got an international soccer team. Yeah.
Right.
Everybody.
And that's crazy as fuck. So it's like one of the only fucking of the the fun sports.
I think hockey's pretty close though to a lot of that though. Because there's a lot of cold countries, that's why. There's a lot of northern countries.
Yeah.
You know. And so like a lot of that's kind of all you can play.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
That's
kind of true.
That or like what's the shit where they're like sweeping the ice with the puck? What the fuck is that shit?
Shuffleboard.
Yeah,
that
shit.
I don't know.
No, but it's like a shuffleboard. It's like shuffle ball or some shit. It's something stupid.
I think it's called curling.
Yeah, curling. There you go.
Where they fucking
curling, brushing.
It's
and
like
shit.
it's like a marble fucking thing, I think, and they fucking slide it. And then these folks gotta fucking smoothing out the fucking shit, I think. I don't know if they're smoothing it or they're carving like a track for it. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Bro, I'll get a fucking...
I'll get... be in front of that shit moving. That's just tight.
I would get one of those sweepers attached to a jackhammer and just fucking slide with that shit.
I would low-key try to find like a janitor out here and just be like, hey, man, I'm going to train you how to curl. You already know how to. You already got that sweeping motion down. Like you could go out here and you could win yourself a fucking gold medal for this country. Let's go,
bro. That's like the movie like Kingpin or some shit. Like you just find a fucking, you just find some dude out of nowhere, like Joe Dirt or some shit. You just find the hero out of nowhere.
What's your besides basketball? What's your favorite Olympic sport to watch?
Favorite Olympic sport, honestly? Like, damn, this is going to sound ridiculous. I don't even know if it's still in the Olympics, but honest to God, it's darts. I love watching darts.
Olympics?
Yeah, if darts is still in the Olympics,
What
I
the
love
fuck?
watching darts, homie. That's like the hardest shit to watch. Like, in terms of like underrated as fuck.
I gotta
dude.
look this up. Darts.
No,
and
you gotta
Olympic.
see if they still do darts. And I don't know what darts is called Olympically. You know what I mean? Because it might not just be called
okay.
darts. You feel me? But they're just out there like, ooh, and sometimes it's some old ladies, like some fucking ladies that are like in their 60s and shit. And they're out here like concentrated as fuck. They got a stance. Like there's like a little baby squat with the fucking eyes and shit and just whack. And they're not even trying for bullseyes, homie. They're like going at different points. Like legit and just attacking points they need. Like it's that kind of battle. And you're like, what the fuck? Like I can't even believe that shit existed like that. Cause it's like I've always loved darts, man. But like for me, I stay fucking up the wall around the darts. Not cause I'm bad, but it's just bound to happen all the time. Especially you're playing darts with people. But that's one of my favorite sports I used to love. Well, sports. I keep calling it a sport. Some people might talk shit, but hey, fuck it. I like pool too. But like throwing darts, I used to love throwing darts when I would get drunk.
Yeah. So darts has never been an Olympic sport. But there has been a
But has there been international battles?
Of course. But there has been a strong movement to make it.
Okay, but I still entirely lied about that. Damn. So
You were probably just watching ESPN early in the morning and shit
and
on
I
a
thought
Saturday.
And I thought it was the Olympics because I was just like, this is early as fuck.
Probably during the Olympics though, but it was just like a rerun, on ESPN 3 and shit.
It must have been like when I owned my house. Sometimes I would wake up and I had this 6-foot bong, and I would just rip it and watch whatever was on. And back then it was like on cable, so it'd be like DirecTV. There would like streaming wasn't hot yet. So I'd just throw on TV, and sometimes it'd be some wild shit like that on like ESPN News.
Yeah.
ESPN News channel, and it'd just be like, I'm telling you, they'd be like, woo! You'd be like, nah, what the fuck? And shloop, 20 points. 10, 20, 15, 30. Shloop. And then every once in a while, they'd just be like, oh, I'll just get the bullseye then. And take the cake.
That's why Chappelle made fun of that shit when he had the World Series of Dice.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was like
because it was probably them darts. He was probably watching them darts with me. Like, Chappelle was probably coked out and somewhere in Hollywood at the exact same time. I was just high as fuck at my house, all the way in the desert at the time. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, the timeline makes sense. So, I mean, shit. Who knows? But, nah, man. Yeah, I've seen some wild shit like that I like. But fuck, I guess, damn, what do I like in the Olympics? I guess other than that, shit. Trying to think of all the sports I see in the Olympics. And you said other than soccer?
Yeah. Or no, other than basketball.
Because soccer's in the Olympics, too. I like that.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Brazil, like, some countries don't give a shit about it, but, like, Brazil always goes hard for it.
They go hard for everything.
Yeah, but, like, they take their first team squad, yeah.
Yeah, they would.
Mexico goes for it. Mexico always, like, sometimes ends up in the final. Like that, like that's the
That's dope.
The Olympics is like when you get like a Brazil Mexico final.
Oh, that's tight. Yeah, that's actually pretty tight.
So it's fun, but you get to say that you're the champ of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not World Cup, but so everybody kind of just laughs at you like but you're like, hey, if you would have joined, you could have got it.
Right. Or you could have got your ass whooped too.
Yeah. Or come join the next time, bitch. I'm the champ. Yeah, you could also say some shit like that.
Okay, all right. I like that.
Yeah, so it's like, shit, if you really want to ask me, I guess it would be that. What's your Olympic sport? Shit.
I mean, I have no idea what it's called. No, I'm playing. It's called a shot put.
Oh, yeah, shot put's popping.
Woof, and they fucking launch that stone and shit.
Yeah. At my old...
I'm saying the reason why I really like that shit is because that's like one of the foundation sports, right? Like that's
a
like,
real Olympic sport.
That's like what they did probably in the first Olympic game.
That's a true,
right?
like, Greek fucking Olympic sport, yeah.
They just launched that fucking rock. Who could throw this fucking rock the furthest? Right? And to me, that's pretty nutty.
Yeah, it was just some dude from one of them from one of them spots in Greece.
Or just like when they do the spear throwing.
Well, let me tell you something. Yeah, the javelin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me tell you something.
Sick.
In the house that I grew up in, it was one of these houses that was a small square footage of a house. It was in the hood, right, South Central Los Angeles. Shit, I wish I knew the exact square feet, but I want to say like 800 square feet was a house. But the lots were huge, so the front yard was at least 1,000 to 2,000 square feet,
Right.
and the backyard maybe more, like 3,000 square feet, because it would stretch all the way to the back.
Oh,
but your neighbor had the same shit. It was wild. And so I don't know where we got it, but we had a shot put. And I would practice that shit at home, yeah. It was this crazy little fucking heavy ass iron ball. And yeah, and it had the little side dent for you to hold it against your cheek.
Okay.
And so all the time I would and I remember when I was really small, like I would throw it and it would just literally just doom doom. Yeah. That's how fucking heavy it was. Even if I fucking thought I was throwing it hard, I'd be like, shlu, and it'd be like, shkluk. But then eventually, like, I had where, like, I could throw it, like, at least, like, 10 feet. And I was, like, proud of that. Like, not, like, I could throw it further than 10 feet. But I mean, like, 10 feet would be literally my force. And the rest of it would just be, like, inertia of just a heavy object. And then also the roll of it. Right. Right. But the 10 feet would literally be my whole shoulder. Like, ah!
Right.
And you would have to yell like that to throw it. So, yeah, it's like a true Olympic sport because the real power, honestly, what I learned as a child was like the reason it never flew the first time was because I was trying to throw it with my shoulder, which was weak as fuck. But then the more I realized it was all in my hips, it was all just in the way I rotated my hips as I launched it like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you're throwing a punch. And then I was like, oh, when I do it like that, I could throw it at least like 10 to 15 feet further. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not having ever lifted more weights or anything. Like I didn't necessarily become stronger. I just used better form.
Yeah.
And it made me stronger. So I was like, it was weird things like that helped me when I was younger, even though it sounds cliche, like, everybody knows that now. Like, sure.
And that's crazy.
But you go watch a YouTube video about that now. Like,
yeah.
We just happened to have a shot put. Who the fuck knows where we got it? It was like before Craigslist and like the paisas of Craigslist, and they love OfferUp, which is hilarious now because OfferUp is like the super quick Craigslist, the local shit.
Right.
But like my pops was already on that, and I bet a lot of pops who was Mexican was already on that back in the days, and he would buy random shit like that. Like we had a weight set at our house. We had random shit that wasn't necessarily needed or ever got used, but you just had shit. Like shit just showed up at home. You might end up with a whole new drawer set or a bunk bed. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know what I mean? You show up at home and it's like, what the fuck? That's IKEA. Funny. For him, it was idea. He would just drive by and it would be idea. That was it. Man.
So, yeah, that's the sports that I fuck with. I like to watch them shits because they're interesting. I was really looking forward to watching the Olympics this year too.
I do like hockey, which is in the Olympics too.
That
though.
is.
I will.
You know what's not in the Olympics no more, and I think this might come as a surprise. Actually,
what?
Wrestling.
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, I believe it because of roids. Roids got into wrestling bad. And of course, I'm not talking about WWE. In WWE, it's just like, it's okay. It's a standard.
That's part of it.
Yeah, it's a standard. I'm talking about in real, like, Olympic wrestling. Like, it snuck into there.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's called, like, Olympic
wrestling. Right. And so, like, I think it just got too fucked up into that.
So, but they had originally voted to take it out this year. But since this year got postponed.
Yeah, this year was done.
Right? Maybe it'll still make its appearance again. Not that I watched it, but I just thought that was crazy that was, like, taken out. Like, because it just seems like it's like a foundation piece, too. It's like taking out shot put or javelin, right? Like, you know what I mean? Or track, fool.
Or even, like...
Imagine they took out fucking, like 100 meter or some shit, 1,000 meter, whatever the fuck.
Like, do they still have the like rifle shooting, like the shit where they shoot the clay?
Yeah, I think the skeet.
Yeah, is that what they call it? Skeet. Like skeet. Oh shit. No, but that shit is dope when they just like launch it and shoot. Like, I
Yeah.
hope they didn't take that shit.
I think
out.
they still got that shit too.
Oh, they gotta have that.
I think they still got that shit.
They gotta have.
Well, you
that.
know, if they do it in the United States, they're gonna have that shit for sure.
Yo, this is the last joint, my guy. So we're gonna have to share this one.
Spark it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Cause I think we're a good hour in. I would say.
Yeah, hour and 17 minutes.
All right, man. How many people are out here watching us? How many views we got?
We have 2 viewers.
Fantastic. Shout out to everybody out there viewing us.
Shout out.
This joint's for you. You know what I mean? Legit.
But yeah, like I was looking forward to Olympics. So I guess they're gonna do it next year.
I forgot about
So
that.
imagine like the people running with the torch, and they just gotta keep running, huh? Like they're Forrest Gump and shit. just keep going, go to that coast and come back, and then do it again. By
Oh
that time,
shit! Matter of fact, I was in traffic the other day.
you saw a motherfucker run.
Yeah,
by.
when I finally got to the front of it, I seen a motherfucker running with a torch, and I was just like, "Oh man, somebody's trying to burn buildings again or something." I just thought it was like riots or some shit.
It's
I was
the
just driving by.
Olympics, man. Maybe it was the Olympic torch.
Yeah, that dude's taking the torch somewhere.
I wonder if is that shit even popping? Like, imagine as you just see this goofy motherfucker running with a mask on.
I want to know when the Olympics hits like Alaska, and it's like they do some crazy shit like the Winter Olympics, and it's like bear survival. We're gonna fucking just throw a couple countries out there and see who survives all these grizzlies. We're gonna let like 4 grizzlies out into an area, an enclosed area. You gotta make it out.
Oh, that shit's already in Japan, bro.
What? They got that shit?
Yeah, the flame.
What? La Flame?
The torch, the Olympic torch.
Oh,
That shit's
okay,
already
okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah. That shit's already there. They said that shit remained in Fukushima for at least a month, so now that shit got some radioactive juice in it. So it's never gonna go out for sure. They just have to refuel it with some radioactive juice
Okay.
from Fukushima's.
All right.
Popping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna 3D print a Olympic torch handle and shit.
I believe you should. That in the World Cup trophy.
The World Cup for sure.
Yeah. We
World
need a
Cup for
3D
sure.
print of that. I'll paint
remember
it.
that one
I'll
that
paint
we
it.
saw where it was the World Cup and fucking
Maradona.
and what did it say? Adios.
Adios
Oh,
in
with
the
the
Adidas
10?
font. Yeah.
Oh, that shit was
Adidas
tight.
and the
Yeah.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
Hit us with the
that was
joint
tight.
angle. Hit us with the joint angle now that we're sharing the joint.
Yeah.
Hit you with the joint angle, man.
Yeah, that shit was tight. That was a cool one.
This
Man.
fucking joint right here is for Maradona right here.
Adios.
One of the greatest 10 of all time. Adios, Big Pimpin'. One of the greatest careers of all time. And I mean like social media wise and fucking football career wise. You know, because that guy was a legend before it all even started. Like the cocaine parties and all that madness.
Yeah.
Doing cocaine with the King of Spain and shit in the White House, all that
Shit with
trash.
fucking playing soccer at fucking Escobar's fucking jail. Remember when
Yeah.
Escobar had to go to jail and
And
he
this
went and
motherfucker
pulled
just
up
had
to the jail.
Maradona just
He
doing,
pulled up to the jail
doing
to put,
tricks
just
and shit and coke with him.
He was just out there just. Oh man, just getting.
Yo, that's one of the
fucking
nuttiest
loaded.
lives of all time, for real.
Uh,
Like I gotta
Crazy shit.
I gotta find out who's narrates that audio biography on Audible.
man,
Like that might be popping.
they need McConaughey to do
What?
that one. and shit.
Yo, I was about to say, what if we went and checked it on Audible right now and it was like Matthew McConaughey presents Maradona. Adios.
That should be fucking hilarious. Man.
that would be awesome.
They definitely need a good narrator for that one. For sure.
Too bad that shit's already out. So who knows who narrated that? Because I don't know how many times they could do a biography of that. That's one of those where, like, he was already famous alive that, like, there was already, like, 10 people who did a biography version of him.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
You know, like, you had to find the guy that just like was like did the best research, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to do your research on that author. Like the guy that went and was like, I talked to his grandma. You know, I went to Springfield, Illinois, and just sat with his grandma. We ate fucking biscuits and hash, and fucking, and it was great. It's fucking just a hot pot of coffee, you know. And she baked homemade cookies. Some of the best macadamia nuts I ever had in my life.
Man, I wonder what some other cool shit we could 3D print.
Oh, I'll 3D print like a butter knife.
A butter knife.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like some sort of like spatula or
No,
something.
I
to
just thought
spread.
it was just funny because like that's a good idea. Like, I didn't
No,
think
because
about
it's like something that's like plastic, but that's like very useful. You know what I mean?
like a reusable plastic.
Right. Like,
utensil.
I was gonna say like
Right.
give it a good handle.
Right.
Like give it so that it's like a full tang of plastic that you could put in a handle.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah, that's a good idea.
That'd be cool.
Be interesting.
But like those are things I was thinking about 3D printing. Like shit like that. Shit like that.
I want to make that fucking the little toothpaste roll squeezer. Remember, it was like you put it on the toothpaste
Yeah.
tube and
Yeah.
shit, and then like
So it
squeeze.
helps you keep squeezing it to the very
Yeah.
edge, so you're leaving nothing
Yeah, I
behind.
want to
Right,
get that shit. I
right.
wanna
You're
make
getting
that.
your money's worth of toothpaste, and
Yeah.
you're seeing what they really put at the end of it. Cause one time I squeezed it all the way at the end of it, 2 nuggets of bud came out at the end. I was like, "What the fuck is this? What kind of fries is this? Oh my god, this is the this is the greatest fucking toothpaste ever." So try that shit at home, folks. That shit is crazy sometimes. I will make a disclaimer. I was high on shrooms for 2 days straight prior to that. Hey, but if you eat your Lucky Charms, you get lucky. Hey, you get lucky sometimes. No, but anyways, that's a good one. I would create like a mini like tripod or like stand for my camera. Like a tabletop one. Nothing serious. Right. But like stuff like that. If we're gonna create a butter knife, we might as well create like utensils that are reusable.
That's what
also.
I'm saying. Like a whole set.
Yeah.
Like some shit you could actually like take camping or some shit too, right? Like, or just keeping the whip when you need a fucking utensil. You don't gotta roll around and shit all.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree. I like that.
And like a container for it to just like go in, like they all fit in, and you could just screw it closed. Bam.
I think you should print like a napkin holder, like for napkin rolls. You know what I mean? Like one of those just like posts. It's basically just a post to the base.
Just get a PVC pipe for that shit.
No, but I mean, we could just print one. Who cares? Like just print one just to print one. Yeah, I would print shit.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of fucking there's gotta be people that sell their models and shit. Cause I know there's a bunch like for free, but
Yeah, there's got to be some
most
more.
of the free shit is just like, whatever, you know?
Yeah, and you can only trust it to them. Like they're your insurance.
Right.
That you're just trusting that theirs worked.
Yeah.
Or that their pictures are honest, you know?
Right.
Because it could just be some nice angles, you know?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody on Instagram's got nice angles, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, this angle that you're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Nice, huh? That's that double angle. Double angle. Yeah, I'm going to start reading this book soon about, it's called The Calamitous, no, it's called, fuck, I don't know.
No,
what
it's called,
It's called, like, it's about the 15th century, and so it's called The Calamitous Middle Ages. The reason it's interesting to me is that it's supposedly about, like, life in the Middle Ages, but, like, to the like the common person. Like it's gonna talk about just like the guy that was
like the
delivering
bread,
mail,
like the bread maker's
or
fucking
like
son
was
and
the
shit.
bread maker, yeah, or
Yeah.
like how life was, like how
Right.
school, like his daily shit. He had to go
Like
to
regular
school.
folk.
How he had to
Yeah.
go pay for like his
Not-
plot of land.
Right, not the stories of kings and queens and
Right,
knights
right.
and fucking.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So like this book was
Not
gonna
the Game of Thrones.
right, because
It's
I've
the
like
Game of Stones.
well, because I've already read all those stories. You know what I
Right.
mean? I've already read all of those. Like I already know how it went for the kings and all that bullshit. And there's every which movie about it and shows, you know. But there's no show about like the dude that was just like, fuck, I had to go to class, like at some church, just to speak Latin. Like I was taking Latin classes because I wasn't from around these parts. You know what I'm saying? I was from like some Turk shit or whatever, like some peasants.
That's funny.
Peasants or farmers. Yeah, so it's interesting. I'm always interested to like how life really was to them. Because the other day I was thinking like, man, how lucky are we that like we were kind of that we're kind of born in this time. Like such a fucking comfortable time, 2019, you know, before 2020 hit.
Right.
And even 2020. And even 2020, if this is the fucking worst of it, like this place, this country's not seen war on its soil since the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Pearl Harbor, I guess, if you want to count that. But that's the extent of it. You know what I mean? And so we've lived pretty comfortably. But
and even Hawaii wasn't even a state when Pearl Harbor happened.
Right,
So.
exactly. It was just a U.S. territory. Right.
Technically, it's not. It's not there. Yeah.
Right.
We're not. Yeah.
Right. So then the more I started thinking about like,
unless you count Red Dawn.
But Red Dawn didn't really happen. Yeah. That's not a historical event. Oh man, don't bring Kurt Russell into this, man. Anyway, so fucking Kurt Russell's a hero no matter what. I don't give a fuck. I hope you guys know that. I love Kurt Russell. God damn.
They tried to cancel him not too long ago.
That's all right. He's an American legend. But anyways, yeah, but I started thinking about that shit, and then I started also thinking like, well, that's kind of a selfish thought that I'm associating just to the fact that I'm contemporary, right? The fact that I live in modern times, and maybe there was people in the Middle Ages who were like just chilling like us.
Oh, for
maybe
sure.
they were hitting some bud, or maybe they were getting drunk off of some wine. Especially since, like, I've read a book, The Immortality Key, that talks about how, like, ancient religion started off of, like, a lot of psychedelic wine. A lot of wine was spiked with psychedelics. So, like, a lot of people were getting fucked up with wine back in the day, like, way crazier than, like, what you think now. That's why, like, their drunk accounts are way crazier. And people were like, man, look how smashed they were getting. Look at these crazy accounts. And it was like, nah, man, like at like high profile parties when it would be like, nah, like for real, nobody has to work today. Everybody come to my little palace or like my little Adobe hut or whatever.
Right.
Like we're drinking that spiked wine and chilling. Like I got a homie that knows how to play whatever, thumb piano or whatever they played, you know? All them crazy ass instruments. Yeah. And harp. One dude came out with harp. For sure there was flutes already. Some dude came out and flute like, you know? And it was a fucking dandy time or whatever, but they were seeing some fucking crazy shit, right?
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
for
wilding. They were wilding. So I don't know. I don't even know what my original point was with that, but like
yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, people have been tripping out for a long time. And just telling some good stories.
Oh, hell yeah.
Telling some good stories. Who knows how much of it is even real. But, no, I guess my point was that, like, in the Middle Ages, maybe there was people like us that were getting that fucked up. And then at the end of the day, we're saying, like, damn, we're so lucky we weren't born 100 or 200 years ago.
Right.
Like, to them. Because 200 years prior would have been the Spartan Wars. Or, you know what I mean, would have been the Tunic Wars. Or would have been whatever the fuck, you know? Whatever the fuck was happening at that time, you know? But they just existed in that small gap. Because there's always been gaps like this. We just happen to exist in a gap. Like, we might be at the end of the gap, or we might be in the middle, or we might even still be at the beginning, time-wise.
Right.
Right? Historically.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, we're in a small gap. That's okay. Like, 2020 was shit, but it was all right. It was a time for reflection, if you ask me. You know?
Yeah.
It was a time to improve yourself, if anything.
Yeah.
More
definitely,
than anything.
Definitely. I mean, it was a good year for me. I mean, for the most part. Like, I mean, I was out of work for a little bit just because we shut down for a while. Well, we shut down twice. Like, once at the beginning when the city shut everything down. But then it didn't take them long for them to deem us an essential business since we provide transportation. Right? So,
okay.
And, like, it's almost like a public utility in a sense.
Right.
At some stage of it. You know, obviously it's a privately owned business and shit, but it serves the public, right?
Yeah,
it's not and it's not in one, it's not like a one building, a one restaurant, a one store. It's everywhere, you know, for the most part.
Right.
So, I mean, that, you know, that sucked to be out for that time, but we came back. And then we went out again because somebody had the Rona. Somebody tested positive for the Rona.
Somebody came at your ass with some Rona, man. What happened? It's close, right? We've had 2 incidents at my job with it so far for the entire year, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But since I work medical anyway, like, it's a highly sanitary place regardless.
Right.
Even when, like, to the layman, to the average eye, it's probably looks super sanitary, but to, like, someone like me that's been working there for, like, 15 plus years, like, it's unsanitary as hell. Like, I feel gross in there.
Right.
Like, I see a lot of things that are wrong, you know, but it's different. But, like, compared to, like, most places, is my point, is, like, another thing that, like, 2020 opened up for everybody that's, like, should have been standard is, like, the fact that it's, like, a lot of things are gross that we touch. Like, yeah, no shit. And that's been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, people are constantly touching shit. Whereas doorknobs, but one of the nastiest of all, money. You know what I mean? Actually touching money. It's fucking nasty.
Super gross.
Nasty.
Yeah. Motherfuckers done all kinds of tests and showed all kinds of different things on that.
Yeah. Because money is valuable to everybody.
Speaking of money.
Money.
If you had to guess.
Money.
If you had to guess the percentage.
The percentage, all right.
If you had to guess the percentage.
I'm already guessing.
Of dollars in circulation that was printed this year. Like, out of our total supply of money. What percent do you think was printed this year?
I would say 83.
Nah, what the fuck? That's way too much.
Okay. But I thought you were trying to trick me, though.
We'd be dead as fuck.
So I was like, if this dude's trying to trick me, I'm going to say something high.
I mean, 'cause you got to think. Like,
okay, realistically, then, I would say, like...
Realistically.
Like, I would say... Well, fuck it. I would take that all the way just down to the 20s, and I would say, like, about 23%, which is a huge hit.
Yeah, it's like 25%,
25
to 30% of the total money supply of the United States was printed this year alone.
Of the national allowance.
And that's not even accounting this next fucking bill that they're about to pass. That's about $1 trillion.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit for sure.
And what tax money you gonna collect? You put half the motherfuckers out of business. You put fucking everybody at home. not working, collecting unemployment, so they already soaked up whatever they got.
No, and that goes back to our original point though. That's how fucked up the economy is about to be. And we're still at the fucking nicest point where it's just like, oh my God, 2020 was terrible, but like we're gonna go back to going to malls and Disneyland and no. That shit is about to end. Like, yeah, you'll still be able to go to Disneyland, but it's gonna be a bit.
You know, I saw an interesting video, and I thought it was
gonna be a luxury to do shit like that.
Great, amazing,
like going to college.
Absolutely fucking perfect, the best fucking idea I've ever heard about what Disney should do.
What's that?
And this was by Patrick Bet-David. He said,
"Who's Patrick Bet-David?"
He runs a YouTube channel called Valuetainment.
Okay.
And he's got his own podcast, shit like that.
Okay, shout out to
really dope cat. Check out Valuetainment if you haven't on YouTube.
Okay.
But anyway, he said the best idea for Disney would be for them to shut down Disneyland right here in Anaheim and fucking
like done with it and for good.
Well, because look, if they're not gonna
hold on, confirming that, yes. You mean done with it for good?
Yes. Disneyland SoCal.
Jesus Christ. You're about to break the internet with a fucking statement like that.
It's not me. I mean, it's not the first time it's been on the internet.
Okay,
he already made it first. I'm just like saying what I feel is a very good idea that he suggested.
Okay. Continue then. Okay, how would it work?
Well, they would essentially relocate Disneyland.
Okay.
To Las Vegas.
You know, I don't even give a shit about Disneyland, but like when you said that, a part of me wanted to be mad regardless because it feels like it's part of the economy over here. Even though it's not. It's Orange County's economy.
Right.
Which doesn't give a shit about us.
Exactly.
Which is fine.
Perfect.
But it's like, but Vegas is actually perfect.
Right. That's what
like I can't even be mad.
Right.
Like, I can't even be mad. I'm like, damn,
100%.
that actually makes 1,000% sense.
You'll be able to gamble at Disneyland, fool.
Yeah, you'll be able to do whatever the fuck you want.
You could take your kid or to other people's kids to Disneyland, but you can fucking enjoy your time.
No. By Vegas. Listen to me loud and fucking clear. I'm only going to say this once, Vegas. I'm only going to fucking say this once. But by the time you guys get Disneyland, this was always fucking Walt Disney's dream because he had those little fucking animatronics that looked all real and shit already. That shit already looked creepy as fuck. Like it'd show up at your grandma's house and rape your cats. You know what I mean? It wouldn't even touch your grandma. It'd just show up to rape her cats, and then it'd fucking stick its finger inside of all the fucking like sour cream and all that shit in your stuff. But anyways, robots were his fucking dream. So have those shits just take your fucking child around the whole shit, and you can go and fucking drink and gamble for a few hours. And you drop off the kids at fucking Disneyland. Seriously, is that not a good idea?
Or the pool. I mean, you could drop the kids off at the pool too.
No, you don't want them to drown. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know if
that was a poop joke.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if you want the fucking robot can swim. Unless it's like a Terminator style one. But I just want a robot that just fucking is just like, hey, like if you steer too far away from this general area, it's like I don't know, you give it okay, for COVID instance, we'll give it 6 feet. If you leave this 6-foot perimeter, we send a text to your parent. You know what I mean? And you're gambling. You're out there gambling. And at the new slot machines, you'd have to input your info anyway. You just scan your phone. The fucking slot machine would just tell you, hey, your kid fucking left its robot. I'd be like, fuck. All right. I'm on my way. You know?
But, yeah, I mean, I think
Vegas.
Disneyland, Vegas. Look, they got better leadership over there in terms of government. They're not, like it, cause look, if it was up to Orange County, they would let Disneyland open for sure because it not only does it bring them money, but
Oh yeah,
Fucking
Orange County.
majority of the fucking people that live in Anaheim fucking work for fucking, well, not majority, but a good chunk of motherfuckers that live
No,
there.
but still, like Anaheim and Orange County are pissed though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're mad
They
about
are.
it.
Hell
Yeah, they are
Hell
mad.
yeah.
They're mad. That's not to say that they're not mad.
But Disney should also cash out those fucking employees that are on hold, though. Disney makes enough money to cash them out.
yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
No.
You know that's not gonna happen.
Disney,
That's a pipe dream.
Disney estimated, I think it was like, they estimated they would get 30 million subscriptions to Disney Plus by the end of the year.
And what happened?
They got 80.
80 million?
Yeah.
And they were hoping for how much?
30.
30 million?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean COVID.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
COVID changed everything.
Perfect
yeah.
timing for Disney.
Yeah. That's where to me sometimes it feels like a setup, even though you'll say it's not a setup.
Right.
You'll say it's not a setup, but come
It's
on,
not.
dude. Come on, dude.
No,
What the
it's
fuck is that?
It's not.
What the fuck is that? That's a bigger setup than fucking pumpkin spice lattes by fucking late September, brother.
Yeah. It's.
You know what I mean? And that's when they start showing up now. I'm serious. Would you like whipped cream?
It's just a shitty conspiracy theory. I don't like it.
What? The fact that the next thing that they're going to try on us is a fake alien invasion?
That is coming, I'm sure, at some point.
I thought you just said that's a terrible conspiracy theory.
I'm pretty sure it's coming at some point. Just because it's terrible doesn't mean it's not coming.
Okay, but how do you think it's coming? Like, how do you think they pull that off?
How do you think they fake it?
Yeah, how do they fake it? Because
Well,
today, hold on. Can I say something before you give your answer? Today, while I was driving, towards Los Angeles on the 110.
mhm.
And no, actually, it was on the 405. It was on the 405 getting off on Manchester. It was an Apache helicopter flying real low, right on the 405, but like dangerously low. Like if it lost whatever, it's crashing into all the cars right below. it. And you're like, damn, why is it flying so low? That shit is crazy. And it just so happened like a motorcycle guy had just pulled in front of me, like he was just taking the middle lanes, right? And I had moved over because I had seen him. I was like, oh shit, my bad. And he had just come through, but he pulled off. And even he was just looking up straight at it. Like, you just saw his helmet, like, kind of peel right up. Like, what the fuck? Because, you know, when you see those shits coming straight on, it's, like, real slim in the front.
Right.
But it's also the way it's kind of gliding forward.
Right.
Like, kind of just mean. Like, it's kind of, it looks aggressive, man. And it's just, like, for a second, I just thought, damn. Like, of course, right? The pessimist in me who's kind of cynical and shit just thought like, damn, imagine if that shit just let off on its guns. Like, it would fucking light up a gang of these cars, you know, because each one of those bullets is like a mini missile, you know.
Man.
It's a little baby explosion happening everywhere.
A fucking Apache helicopter?
Yeah,
An attack helicopter?
Yeah, okay. I hate to give this idea, but an Apache helicopter having the bumper to bumper shit that is the 405 at its disposal is a fucking massacre, son.
It's like Terminator 2.
Yeah, some wild shit like that, but like in real life.
Just like,
yeah, just wild, like some True Lies shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Flying that one fucking, what is that? The F-15 that could just fly like.
That shit was sick.
Like, those fucking planes are nuts.
James Cameron, huh? He made some movies, didn't he?
James Cameron does some crazy
He
shit.
made some crazy movies, man.
Yeah. Aliens is also a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's made some crazy movies, man.
But, like, see, there's a lot of different alien movies, too. Like, so that's why I'm wondering, like, how would they fake an alien attack?
Well,
On the United States or on the world, right?
I don't think they fake an attack. I think they just fake an invasion. So I think Okay, so what
That
I
sounds
think
the
is,
same right now, but okay.
well,
Elaborate.
no,
Elaborate.
like an invasion would just, an invasion could just mean like an appearance, essentially. Like they just a show of force, but not an attack. Like an attack would be damage. They don't cause no damage.
So less an invasion, more of like a visitation.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Like they just
So not
pull up.
because invasion would mean attack.
Like
That's why I was like, well, that kind of sounds like the same shit. Because like if you're saying invasion, that's to invade.
well, I think like the beginning of Independence Day before they blow everything up. Like where it just pulls up. Right, but obviously it ain't gonna be that big ass shit because they don't have nothing that could fake that, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I was like, hold on, if they do that though, like that's a pretty good fake. I'm scared regardless.
Okay, so like the
like, if they have that technology, I'm scared regardless.
So like
son.
maybe the Tic Tac UFO and the other that underwater, above water shit.
Submersible shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The shit that the Pentagon released, those tapes, right?
Yeah.
So what if those, right? Like what if those belong to us? Like what if they're not alien craft, and what if that's like the Pentagon just like low key flexing what we got, like to other countries,
and then just being able to later say, oh, we've. Like, because we had it, we learned to use it, and now we own the fucking technology.
But I think they're gonna fucking produce a bunch of them, right? And have them fucking show up like over the Super Bowl or some shit. Not the Super Bowl particularly, but like over like a sporting event or over a fucking
something that gets like, caught on national television,
or like over a presidential inauguration.
Okay, something that gets seen by like a mass majority of people.
And everybody's like, whoa, what the fuck is
Yeah, because that was the thing I was going to tell you next. I was like, man, like the problem nowadays is that like after anybody like gets sight of that, like from any news outlet or anything, the real first thing everybody's going to check is social media.
Right.
Like who else videotaped this? Like, somebody out of all of the people on social media had to fucking videotape this. It's impossible if they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible if they didn't.
I mean, I don't even think it's just going to be social media. I think it'll show up at a place where, like,
like Twitter, trending.
Traditional media could catch it.
No. Traditional media is probably going to catch it first, but you're going to want to be like, I want to know who was there, like, on the ground. Like, on the ground.
Like the Phoenix Lights, but, like, in HD.
Yeah, but you want to know that like
that's how I think they're going to do it. And then everybody's going to get fucking scared.
Yeah, but you'd want to know that like Ted McKinney was there, fucking filming it live for his Instagram live. Like, oh my god, there's a fucking pill in the sky. Everybody,
or like there really is aliens and they're gonna come do a fucking episode of JRE.
Yeah, maybe they saw it and they're like, we're just gonna do an episode of his so we could tell everybody. Think if they had everybody just be cool and happy.
I think if they had their choice of what podcast to do though, they'd probably do Lex Friedman's.
Maybe, or they'd probably just do Alex Jones. I'd do Alex Jones. If I was a fucking alien, I'd just do Alex Jones. Just so he could be like, I fucking know it. And you know what I mean? And just yelling. And just yelling at him and chilling. And they'd just be talking in their alien language, too. It'd be the best because they wouldn't even change to English. Like, they'd just be like... Yeah, and you just have to trust it.
Yeah, you're just like, damn, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, you just have to trust it.
Or they just pop up like Arrival and shit. And they just start squirting ink everywhere.
Arrival would be interesting because we...
But those are cool aliens. They just look weird.
That's what I mean. Like, that would just be kind of a little refreshing. Yeah. For, like, what happened in 2020. We'd actually be like, oh, my God, the aliens, like... I bet you, like, after they fake that, bring it here, and they leave, like, you'd get a whole batch of people that'd be like, we need to be more like the aliens. It'd be like a whole movement. Like aliens, more like the aliens, and people would want to learn that language and all that noise.
I mean, if there really are
It'd be its
aliens,
own
they're probably
culture.
watching this shit right now.
You think they'd be watching us right now?
I mean, not right now in this exact second because of the time that it'd have to travel through space, but at some point, they could be watching this shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at some point, like, our future selves could be watching this, and we have no idea how they're seeing this. Still, right? So
Yeah.
it's live even for them, which is interesting to think about,
Yeah.
right?
Hey, didn't NASA scientists just figure out how to do fucking quantum teleportation?
I feel like they figured that out a long time ago, though.
But then they just announced that shit like this week, something like that.
Yeah, but it's still flawed because it's like they don't know how to just send a copy. So the original has to get broken apart still to get sent across. And it's like, that's fine. For like tangible things like a coffee cup
Right,
or
but
something.
not a life.
But a life, like, you don't know if the thing gets recreated as the same thing.
Right.
It's supposed to be.
What
but
if
like,
you
how do
go
you know
in?
it's the same thing?
But what if you go in at the same time a fly goes in?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you become Flyboy, right? And you're just like, fuck it, but what part of you becomes fly?
You're just flying around.
But what if it's just different and only like your legs become fly and the rest of you is human? Yeah, what if the problem is you just get something stupid? Yeah, just like your legs and the rest of you is human. You know, or your face is fly. You just have those bug eyes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
That'd be pretty fucked.
That'd be pretty funny.
And it would be some shit like that. You'd never get the cool shit. That's not how it works.
Oh, that was such a great Simpson episode.
Yeah. But like also like what if your body more than likely your body does get recreated. So you'll get recreated exactly as you are right now. But like who knows?
What if it's a glitch and I double up?
Well, whatever. Like who knows if you remember everything about like the person you were before? What if it's just a body but it's brand new thought and everything? Like the moment you think is just the brand new you. That moment you're just like, oh, what is this? Like, you're just like, oh, fuck. What do you mean, what is this? Ah, shit. he's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
but
veggied him.
But like if
You
if
get
that were
veggie.
if your fucking mind gets wiped, that means you lose all experience, right? So you
Yeah.
wouldn't know how to walk. You wouldn't know how
Right,
to eat.
right.
You
You-
might not
no.
even know how to breathe.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have to ask, what the fuck do you mean? Because it'd be almost like, what the fuck do you mean in terms of like, oh shit, what the fuck do you mean? Do you not know what you're looking at all? Or do you just mean, oh, what's happening? Like, I'm fuzzy, right?
Right.
Whereas, like, that's what you would want to hear. Like, nah, I'm good. I know we're in the room. But what if you're just like, I was like, you're in a room. And you're like, what's a room? I'm like, ah, fuck. He doesn't know what a room is, folks.
But even more so, like, what if you don't even know how to talk?
Yeah.
Fuck a
It
room. I don't even know what words are, motherfucker.
Right. It could get as crazy as that, where it's just
Right.
like, yeah.
So that's a crazy
Yeah.
thought. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it could get so crazy. It could get that crazy. So it's like, do you really want to teleport? Like, how important is it to teleport shit anyway? At that point, I don't want anything that's teleported. Even if you could teleport your groceries to me. Like, if teleportation just became that later, I was just like, listen, we're not going to do people ever. But we figured out how to do your fucking groceries, man. Just buy one of these teleportation mats. Keep it in your kitchen. And every Thursday, there'll be a whole fucking bag of groceries, kid. Of everything you pick.
You just hear a little pop,
Yeah.
and then just all your shit's there.
We'll send you an email every month so you pick on the list. Like, I want fucking cabbage. I want fucking salami. I want this kind of cheese. I want all this
Top
shit.
sirloin.
I
Couple
want
of
top
them.
sirloin. I want a couple pickles. I want cilantro, onions, everything. Carrots.
You should just
Red
pops
tomatoes,
up on your
everything.
fucking counter.
Yeah. And you just press buy and it just, yeah. like instead of 3D printed, just like, but that teleported.
That's funny.
Your teleported meal is ready, sir. You're just like, is it? And you're like, yep, there you go.
Man, I think on that note, we're going to teleport out of this stream and shit.
Should we? How long have we been going? I feel like we've been going for like almost 2 hours
We're
straight.
at 2 hours. We're about to hit 2 hours.
Hey, boy. Wow.
Yeah,
Time flies, really.
We're going to have to cut it now.
I feel like we've just been talking for like 30 minutes. Damn. Well, this was the Christmas edition of On the Moon, and just like my sweater says, we'll instead of I'll, we'll be back.
Of Fortune.
Whoa, you remember Wheel of Fortune? Wheel of Fortune was great. Wheel of Fortune was great. If you missed it, you fucking suck. Wheel of Fortune was great.
Rest in peace, Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek was Jeopardy.
I know.
Oh.
But it just made me think of him right now.
Oh, okay.
We
That's
never
for
really,
clarity, because the audience might eat you alive on that.
Because he died this year, too.
Who?
Trebek.
No, but not the Wheel of Fortune guy. He's not dead.
No. Pat Sajak? Nah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Sajak?
Mm-hmm.
What's weird is
so
that
you can't even come roast me because I know both hosts for both shows. So there's nothing to roast there.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
That's interesting. But I was going to say one more thing, though. The more famous person on Wheel of Fortune, anyway, was always Vanna White. Anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody knew. Like, if you said Wheel of Fortune, almost nobody remembered the host, but they remembered Vanna White. So shout out to Vanna White wherever you're at, if you're still alive. I don't even know if she's still alive, but hopefully.
She's still on the show.
Oh, you're still on the show? Shout out to Vanna White.
Yeah, she's still
Still
on the
beautiful
show.
as ever. Beautiful as fuck. I don't care how old you are. You're like, what, like 86? There's some shit happening. 86. I feel like that's a good number. No, that's a good number.
Oh, shit.
That's you do you, boo. All right, on that note, we're out. We're out. On the moon. Out, baby. Hit him with the other angle. Hit him with the other angle as we go out, man. Come on, man. We can't go out one angle. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to just stay looking over there as Nate cuts us out. Bye, boy. Woo.